Every couple of years, Jim and I like to make a trip over to Itasca State Park. It's about a half hour from our cabin, and so it's a great day trip. A few years ago, some friends of ours came up, and we wanted to go over and see this gigantic red pine that was in the forest there. We'd heard a lot about it, and we thought it would be a great day trip. But as we approached the place where the pine was supposed to have been, we discovered that a storm had come through and had ripped off the top half of the tree. We were sad that we had missed seeing the tree that had once been so tall and majestic, but based on the size of the trunk that was still there, we got a good sense and an appreciation for just how large that tree had been. I remember imagining what that tree might have looked like had we seen it before the storm came through. But I also remember noticing the new landscape. There was new growth. There were new trees, maybe even the possibility of that next new giant red pine. It really was a beautiful place. Then last week, our family went back over to Itasca, this time to see a giant white pine that we'd heard about. It had the same record as that giant red tree as being the largest living white pine on record. This one I had seen before, but some in our family hadn't, so it would still be a day trip worth taking. Sadly, since our last visit, that pine had also met the same fate as the giant red pine. Once again, Mother Nature had gotten the best of it, and we found its top laying on the ground not far from the tree. Thinking back on those hikes in the woods and the tall trees that are no longer there, I'm struck by how those trees had been there so long and all that they had endured to grow as large as they had. I was a little sad that those beautiful trees are gone, but then I remember the views that are now so different. The landscape had changed, but it still is a beautiful place. The loss of those trees may be a little unsettling because they're no longer a point of reference for those of us who want to take a hike into the woods. We will have to find something else to give us our bearings. But as scenes begin to change, new landmarks do rise up to guide us. God's handiwork is still evident in that huge forest, and it really is still a beautiful place. That's the gift of God's creative work each and every day in our lives. The places that we hold dear might remain, but they will always and have always been changing. It sometimes is a little unsettling because those places are often what keep us, ground us, and give us a sense of where we are headed in life. But God has a way of moving us forward into new places and different directions with new scenery and new opportunities. And it truly still is a very beautiful place. And I thank God every day that I am given a chance to be a part of it. And I hope and pray you do too. Have a great day.